Level 70, Tortoise in Time. Funchin has not heard from Soroban in quite some time. Pleasure as ever to see you, my friend. Would that I could say the same for Soroban. He has yet to return to Tamamizu, so I can only assume he is still busy undergoing Genbu's rigorous training. Hello, Zilly. Is my link pearl working? So unreliable, these little things. I'm going to pay a visit to Ryzen Temple to see Soroban. Give him a treat to keep his spirits up. If you're available, you should come too. I hope you haven't forgotten how to get there, but in case you have, look for the cute animal trying not to look like a guard on duty in the middle of a volcanic island. I was, of course, not privy to your conversation just now, but on the off chance, are you bound for Ryzen Temple? Give Soroban and Genbu my regards. Alright, so we're going to the temple then. We still have a lot of BA left to do. I need two more BAs to get my my warrior weapon to an elemental phase, but then I'd still have to do the I still have to do his elemental gear. Luckily that runs pretty often. And then I'll be able to do more. I'll be able to farm on off times sometimes. Having a tank available will help. Generally, it's not an issue. There are generally people doing it. Exactly, island. No, we're not there yet. Okay, yeah, it's like way at the bottom. No, I'm enjoying Eureka. It's not a problem. Like initially my goal was to, and I mentioned this before, but originally I was just going to do an area at a time, but the grinding in Pagos is, it's slow, so it seemed it was better to go and upgrade a weapon or two, get all the good equipment and whatnot before we continued any further. My Twitch acting so weird. Just fine a second ago. It's not like I got it on 2 different feeds. It's just not right. The bitrate thing's not right. Alright. Talk to Fury. Headed for the temple or just taking in the wonderful smoky air? Alright, so let's see what we're gonna have next. Another trial and another dungeon. Fetch quest. Oh, well met, brave adventurer. You are come alone this day? What of the urchin girl I recall nipping at your heels? That's Tataru, and I'll thank you not to forget it, or else you'll get no takoyaki from me. Oh my, that would be most unfortunate. My sincerest apologies. I shall endeavor to remember, little urchin Tataru. Of course, your name I will not soon forget, for you saved my dear friend Byakko from descending into madness. It is good that you are here, Zilly. Soroban has made great strides in his training. It is true, but I believe we need to consider more drastic methods. Though he is not without potential, Soroban as he is simply lacks divinity. Should we carry on as we are, he may not be ready when we have need of his strength. As with Byakko before, there will come a time when we must confront Seiryu and Suzaku and quell the raging Aramatama within them. Accordingly, we must use every means at our disposal, no matter how dangerous, to ensure that we are prepared. No matter how dangerous. What exactly did you have in mind? Oh, there's no need for fearful trembling or withdrawing into one's shell. All I would have you do is open a box. I've seen that video. Oh, is that all? Well, I've opened my fair share of boxes. But know that this is no ordinary box you must open. It is a Tamate Bako of geomancy, a sacred vessel which harbors the very power of time itself. And yet you say there is no need for fearful trembling. This box sounds terribly dangerous. To what end would you have me open it? That you may bathe in its temporal magics and age 1,000 years in an instant. That you may undergo the change and become an auspice, albeit until the magics dissipate. You would have me become an auspice like the four lords? Hold on, Zilly. Didn't you come across one of these Tamato Bako and Shisui of the Violet Tides? Did you? You did, didn't you? Well, that's optional. Can you do this if you haven't done Shisui? I am aware of similar relics in possession of the Rhine. However, their magics alter only the appearance of those exposed. A mummer's trick, a glamour, altogether unlike the phenomenal power of the Tamate Bako which we seek. Know that this is no legend, but incontrovertible truth, for the one who created the Tamate Bako of geomancy was a fellow auspice. Like many of us, he had lived long enough to see comrades become consumed by our Matama, see them descend into madness and lay waste to the lands they had sworn to protect. And like many of us, he had no choice but to put an end to their rampages. This auspice knew full well that he was destined to share their fate, and so before he too fell from grace, he resolved to craft the Tamate Bako of geomancy, and when his work was complete, he bathed in its magics until he was no more. By the Kami, he chose to die while his mind was still his own. I don't know what to say. Once the true potential of the box was understood, that it could bring death to an auspice, it was decided that it should be placed under lock and key in the Swallow's Compass until we had need of it. However, the grand mausoleum of King Ganin has been abandoned to the Shikigami, forever bound to its halls as guardians, and only a warrior of surpassing strength can hope to overcome their trials. Steel yourself, Soroban. Until the moment Zilly returns with the Tamate Bako of geomancy, you must train like you have never trained before. Yes, of course. I mean, can't really ask him if he wanted to live another 1,000 years. Hey. Okay. Go to Yangsha. We're at Yangsha. Oh yeah, we went there for we went to a place called the Swallow's Compass for the Astrologian quest with the I can't remember the guy's name, but he was a geomancer too. Maybe that'll be one of the new jobs. I mean, and they say that Yoshi P wears shirts. By the time y'all see this, y'all might know already, but doesn't he wear shirts at the fan fest that show what the new jobs are? And he had a Ninja Turtle one. And here we have the first thing I said when I saw what's his face, Genbu, was that like in his boss form, he looked like a Ninja Turtle. Like, this whole thing's about geomancy. If you have a turtle that knows geomancy, just, I don't know. I haven't looked too much into any of the FanFest stuff because it's still like too far in the future. It's too spoilery. But I like look up new job stuff. Or when people send it to me, or y'all bring it up in chat. Whatever. Yeah, I saw the trailer for Dawn Trail. I mean, it looks nice. I mean, just like it's just like a CG trailer. I didn't look into it much further than just the trailer. Like I said, spoilers. We haven't done Shadowbringers yet. Much less Endwalker. I don't need to know what happens yet in the expansion that's not even released. Like, let's get there first, okay? The Maitachi. Oh, hey, you made it, finally. I've only been waiting here forever and a day, but hey, it's not like we've got a potential calamity to worry about or anything. Anyway, I've already taken care of the ward sealing the tomb's entrance, so you're free to go in and get the box, but whatever you do, don't open it. Ah, and one more thing. I'll wager they told you about the Shikigami, but forgot to mention that the box itself is guarded by one of us, a tough bugger and a half. But you're a pretty tough bugger yourself, eh? You gave Byakko what for? After all, just don't say I didn't warn you. Swallow's Compass. Nice. Chiseled into a great wall which cuts across the plains of Yanxia between two of the Dairu moon gates is the visage of Ganon, a legendary hero who united Doma. The first king of the new kingdom was not only a military genius, but also the founder of geomancy, and so after his death, this royal mausoleum became a holy place to which his disciples would make a pilgrimage. Alas, following the Imperial invasion, it was abandoned and fell into disrepair. None can say for certain what dangers lie within. Regardless of Soroban's rigorous training under Ginbu is to continue, you and your comrades must venture forth into these hollowed halls and obtain the Tamate Bako of Geomancy, an ancient relic with the power to manipulate time itself. Level 70, the Swallow's Compass. Swallow's Compass. No clue what's going on here. We're just gonna get the box, right? I do like how they just put them all behind like a single quest line. I mean, I know there were other optional dungeons, and every optional dungeon does have its own quest line, but the hell was that? Are we supposed to focus on the water? Alright. Yeah, like I was saying, so like every dungeon, even in ARR, had its own sort of quest line. But I kind of like how they put them all sort of together. What the hell was that? Okay, I don't know what the hell that was. Whatever he hit me with. Oh, I need to remember to go buy some more food. For BA. It's been a while since I've died in a regular dungeon. Okay, what are we supposed to do with these? I think I had just targeted him before the tank drew aggro, and like it was probably my fault. Whatever he hit me with, it just dropped me like 2 shots. Yeah, I died to an ad. Is it Tengu? Oh, Tengu. Out of the Tengu. I don't know what any of the attacks are. I've never been in here before. I assume we gotta avoid that though, right? I mean, is there gonna be some kind of... it just gonna give me like a stack or something? I'm getting some kind of... Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, well, I mean, my position always suffering because I don't know exactly what I'm doing yet. I mean, I feel bad for my healer a little bit. Etherite. That was a new looking one. What is it? Okay. What do we do? What do we do? We just have to get out the way of it? I figure if I stood behind the wall, that'd be good enough. Horribles. Everybody loves marbles, don't they? I have no sprint, I have no gap closer. Come on, refresh. I don't know, it's pretty. These guys, they're annoying. We've discussed this before. I'd only look up a guide if I was tanking or healing. But I'd have an idea of the mechanics, and I still had like other stuff to do that night. DPS in your sleep. Or we look up guides for extremes and savage. Okay. Dagobochi. Oh, it follows me? I didn't know it would follow me. Hey. What am I supposed to do with that? like a DPS check? Are we supposed to kill him before the thing goes off? He's about to die, so... Got some Bone Wicca outfits, but I thought they were level 80. I do want to change my Magia gauge because I've been in Eureka for so long. I haven't done any real leveling up. I did a couple of dungeons the other day just to get through the Wondrous Tales. Done with this. Yeah, it's pretty neat. What? Why are they targeting me? I didn't aggro anybody. Simmons Beast. Tiny Hornbills. Monkey King. All right. Oh, nice. What are we supposed to do here? Okay, it's a donut. Okay. Okay. Hit the wrong button. I'm assuming this is another donut. It's the same name, so. Okay. So, trying to kill him. can't see how long his charge meter is. It's not showing one. Yeah, that's probably a really wide, right? No. Should we focus one down, or should we just be doing both of them? See in there. Okay, did we just have to kill one? I guess, because the other one still had health. That was fun. I don't enjoy dying to an ad. I mean, you had to figure there'd be a Journey to the West reference, right? Dude, there's trousers. Yeah. I don't guess there's anything else. Oh, that was something. Okay. Alright, now back to Genbu. Is that what it's doing? Dungeon trial, dungeon trial. Just figured this would be the quickest way. Alright. I haven't been doing any hunts. I'm starting to get low on Aetheryte tickets. I'm up to 782. I haven't been on much, but I have been spending most of my free time playing Eureka, so trying to grind out those weapons. Headed for the temple or just taking in the wonderful smoky air? Well, we can't start Shadowbringers till we get all our weapons. We won't be able to start Endwalker till we get all the Shadowbringers weapons. You're returned, and with the Tamate Bako of Geomancy, I gather. Very good, very good. Of course, there was no need to fear for the well-being of the warrior who faced my brother Byakko and lived. Let us brook no further delay and make ready for this next stage of Soroban's training. Listen well, everyone, for the magics we are about to unleash are ancient and terrifying. It is exceedingly dangerous, especially for Soroban. I wish you would stop saying that. Be at ease, Soroban. Byakko will devote his energies to maintaining the wards on Koryu's prison while we are occupied. Should you be indisposed for a time, we will manage. I've been secretly practicing my Arcanum in preparation for a time like this, so don't worry. No matter what happens, we'll be ready. Well, I saw how her Arcanist training went, so I don't know how well this is gonna go. After all, we've each got to do our part if we're going to claim the fabulous riches. I mean, if we're going to save the Ruby Sea from certain doom. Her enthusiasm notwithstanding, I expect we will need to turn to you should this training go awry. Take a moment to see to your equipment and let me know when you are ready to begin. That was it, like... That was probably a good idea. I don't know if this is actually any better, because I haven't rolled really well on it. It's probably not even as good as my, as the tombstone gear I have. But I didn't have a chance to glam it yet. And I don't particularly care all that much. Yeah. Yeah, see, it's not as good. Well, maybe with crit, but direct hits much higher. I haven't had a chance to roll as much on it. So this isn't a duty. This is just like a duty calls thing. Everything is in order, then let us begin. Duty calls. Commence battle for Tortoise in time. If you are above the maximum allowed level, it will be synced as follows. Level 70. Proceed. I have to fight something that pops out of it. It's going to be a void scent. Now remember, Soroban, once opened, the box will spew forth smoke. Remain still and let it wash over you. Surrender to the magic and let it transform you into an auspice. He never really agreed to that, did he? You are certain this will be temporary? As honored as I would be to join your ranks, I fear I am too young to be so old. Come, you lot. Let us retreat to a safer distance. Oh, hagweed. He's not a smoker, is he? It's a fake. I knew it. Gosh, what a waste of time. There'd better be some treasure or something interesting inside. Foolish urchin. Ooh, ah, is she gonna age now, too? Was that really necessary? You couldn't just ask me to move nicely. What? What's that look for? Is there something on my face? My face, my beautiful face. It feels like outgoat leather left in the sun. Get a hold of yourself, child. You have been aged, nothing more. Be grateful you were not exposed longer. You would have surely died. May as well be dead already. I can't bear to go on like this. So vain. Did I not tell you before that the magic is fleeting? You need only endure it for a moment. All will be as it was. Well, we haven't seen any old Lalafell. None that look like that. They just put like a mustache on him. So preoccupied with the urchin I have been that I completely forgot about Soroban. I hope he has not been overexposed to the magic. If he has been aged to excess, his Auramatama may already be. Rah. Well, that answers that. On your guard. I'm afraid he means to kill us all. He bathed in the Tamate Bako's magic for far longer than the urchin, and so I expect he will not return to normal so quickly. In fact, I dare say he will retain this form long enough to destroy the temple if we do not subdue him. Shazam! With me, Zilly, urchin, hold nothing back. Didn't realize she had been keeping up with her Arcanist training. Yeah, like they're all Arcanists. Like, nerds! I'm not that concerned about the weapon. It looks cooler, that's all that matters. Yeah, we're not doing an extreme. Like if I was doing Savage or Extreme, or an Ultimate or something, then like yeah, we'd be best in slot. But like no, we're just Free blood, no. Okay, well, what was I supposed to do with that? I guess I was supposed to jump in there, huh? Oh, get behind me. Okay, I see it in the chat. Like, no, we'll just do it again. It won't take long. I just get so wrapped up on the deeps. Didn't reset any of my timers either. Because I guess it's not like really an instance. I mean, yeah, I could have been more careful with it. I figured being like storyline, it wouldn't be a big issue. He'd have a raid wide. Just wait it out now. What? I had to stop the bubbles. Is nobody healing me? Okay, one more time. Okay, what are we supposed to do? Wasted that one. You're not supposed to be healing me, Topper? Oh, there we go. Like after I use all my little healing mitigation I have. Can't target these. I'm supposed to soak these? I don't have anything. Like, I'm just taking too much damage. Like, heal me, somebody. I don't have anything I can heal myself with. Just use my potion. That's it? That's the only healing you gave me? I have to use faint. Like, forget I have that. I haven't used that in ages. Oh, I guess we're gonna have to take out the water. No, I guess not. They just, yeah, they're just like arena stuff. I don't know, he's harder than most of the trials we gotta do. I can't stay next to him because of these damn things. And then, like, she's doing a very piss poor job of healing me. Why would he use a tank otherwise? Hey. You can solo pretty much anything in this game with Warrior. Yeah, I gotta keep running from him. Now he's standing in the middle of those water things. Trying to destroy those was no point. Yeah, first try. What happened? Why do you all look so exhausted? Oh, my dear Soroban, I knew you had potential, but it would seem I grossly underestimated your capacity for chaos. In any case, despite this unexpected turn of events, I should like to declare this training session a success. Let us take a moment to collect ourselves. Yeah, I wouldn't say that was all that much fun. Truth be told, this comes as a relief. Though Soroban's present strength pales in comparison to that of Byakko and myself, we now know for certain that his potential is extraordinary. I struggle to believe I could ever wield such power. All who are strong were once weak, Soroban. I am no exception. Until I met Tenzin, I was no more than a floundering turtle you see before you. You never did tell us how you fell in with him. Ah, well, if you wish to know the details... Long, long ago, when I had lived 100 or so years and had only just begun to become something more, I received my first vision. A terrible calamity, one that would claim the lives of countless innocents, was imminent. But what was a little turtle to do? For while I had seen the future with crystal clarity, I was powerless to stop it. I could but look on, helpless as cities burned and men died. So it was for centuries, until one day... After 500 years, I had grown stronger, more reckless. I believed I could make a difference, so when I foresaw a landslide that would bury a nearby village, I ventured forth to warn the people. Alas, while they were quick to discern I was no common animal, they could make no sense of my panicked flailings. To them I was a queer, dancing turtle, a source of considerable amusement, for I knew not the words of men, and so my warnings fell on deaf ears. Did I skip one by accident? Seemed like it was going somewhere else with that. It would be no different. Yet again, they would die. The people turned and walked away, bored with fleeting amusement. With a heart fit to burst with sorrow and despair, I made to quit the village. Just then I heard a voice, kind and gentle. Little one, you look troubled. Tell me what burdens you so. Though I knew he was addressing me, I doubted he would understand. Still, I told him of my vision, of the landslide I knew would bury the village and everyone in it, and in my vain attempts to warn them. Your kindness is only surpassed by your bravery, little one. Fear not, I, Tenzin, and my comrade Byakko shall act in your stead. As Tenzin drew his sword, a great white tiger emerged from the wild. Shall we give them a show? He whispered to the beast, which inclined its massive head ever so slightly in response. They then ran into the center of the village and began to fight as if they were bitter enemies, intent on killing one another, blade and fang flashing, too fast for the eye to follow. The two broke apart for an instant. Tenzin bellowed, "Hearken to me. This white demon thirsts for blood of man. If you value your lives, flee this place. Seek shelter in the next village." Needless to say, the bewildered villagers gathered up whatever was at hand and ran screaming, too terrified to even look back. As the three of us watched them go, I heard the white demon mutter, "You know full well I have not once tasted man flesh." The village was later destroyed in a landslide, as I had foreseen, but for the first time I had managed to make a difference. Thereafter we became traveling companions and close friends. I shared with them my visions, and together we labored to save those that we could. On the eve of what may perhaps be the greatest calamity I have ever foreseen, I feel Tenzin's absence keenly. Nevertheless, we must carry on. You may not have him, but you've got Zilly, and you know she's no slouch. Oh, indeed I do, and for this blessing we are grateful beyond measure. Right then, Soroban, we must resume your training at once, ere we forget the lessons of your time as an auspice. Yes, yes, of course. Getting back to it, in that case I should return to the mountain of paperwork in Kugane I've been doing my best to ignore. Oh, and Soroban, I left the takoyaki with Kamitachi for safekeeping. You're not to get any until you've earned it. Well, that's sad. When next we call upon you, I expect it will be to deal with one of my comrades. Shirk not your own training, for it will not be easy. Under these circumstances, I do not think I will have time to return to Tamamizo for even a short spell. If you would be so kind as to inform the Elder. Off to Tamamizu, and then probably back here. Bunchin. Pleasure. Did you have the chance to visit with Soroban? How fares with his training? Extraordinary. He has always been diligent and hardworking, but even so, I think he is blessed with such incredible potential. I cannot help but wonder who else among us might be possessed of similar abilities. Yet I understand his trepidation. With great power comes great responsibility. As is often said, we may need to keep a closer eye on him to ensure he does not succumb to fear and attempt to flee his training. Super potion. Super ether? Potion, why not?